Good evening, everybody. Welcome inside the gym here at Somerset Berkley Regional, the Veterans Memorial Gymnasium, as the Durfee Lady Hilltoppers make the trip across the river, square off against the Somerset Berkley Blue Raiders. Evan Massoud with you for the call this evening. We welcome you to the broadcast tonight. Great to be back here in Somerset. We were here during last season, which was the fall 2.0 season, that bubble season that was added. And here we are back here once again, thrilled to team up with Blue Raiders Studios as we share this broadcast between both communities. Somerset will start off on the serve. That one falls in on the back line. And Somerset will start off ahead 1-0. JV for the Blue Raiders took the first match here. Or I should say the last match. It was 2-0. They swept Durfee. And the Blue Raiders will grab a second point here. Kaylin Rose will continue to serve. The junior setter. That one will fall in as well. Good tip in front by Annabella Carpage. A quick 3-0 start for the home team. Gonna loft it over on the third touch. Hilltoppers looking for a point. That'll fall in. Good swing there from Sadie Fitzgerald, back after an injury-riddled 2021 spring. Again, if you recall, the volleyball programs here, the girls programs in the South Coast, most of them, or a lot of them, Durfee included, playing in the bubble season. Hilltoppers on the serve. That one goes long, and that'll make it 4-1. You know, for Durfee, kind of a different look than last season. A number of seniors graduating last year. Good dig, but not enough. Even better serve. And the Hilltoppers graduated a senior class that were 4-year varsity starters. So definitely a little bit of a rebuild for head coach Kelly Bullier. Miscommunication that time on the return. You know, the good news is that coach said, you know, the chemistry is there. Says a lot of these girls were on her team last year. They maybe just didn't get as much playing time. However, though, the chemistry is there and it continues to develop. It does help to have that base from last year kind of carrying over. So it's not a completely new varsity squad for Durfee. There are a number of players back. It's more of, you know, gaining more experience. Six to 2 the score. Make it 7-2. Coach Emily Travis back with the Blue Raiders again. Interestingly enough, she's the first coach that told me she is thrilled with the quick turnaround. Third touch for the Hilltoppers. They are able to dump it back over. Now a quick send over by Caitlin Rose coming back to Somerset. Rose will set, tough set, goes backwards, and kind of bailing her out there was Alessandra Ferrara. This time going to the other side, left-handed swing, and that'll go out of play. I'm talking with some of the football coaches and girls volleyball coaches who played in March in the bubble season last year. And Coach Travis, the first one to say that she's thrilled with it. Why? She said, well, because a lot of the volleyball players, are not necessarily three-sport athletes, so you play in the fall and then you kind of lose the base that you've built up, the stamina and whatnot, all the strength and conditioning. You lose that a bit, obviously, if you're not going to play for 2 more seasons and then the summer. So playing in the spring, right before the actual spring season, playing in March and April as that one sails out, it makes a difference. It keeps you a little bit fresh. And then in the summer, there are summer leagues that I know a lot of these girls do participate in. A lot of the area players, not just Somerset and Durfee, but, Diamond, Conley, New Bedford, really this whole South Coast area. So she feels it's actually going to play to the team's strength. She said, I'll go out on the limb and be on the optimistic side here and say this is really the best the team has looked early in a season in the last few years. So she has high hopes for this group. 2 of her players that are seniors this year did not play at all last year because of COVID. And so they're back as seniors. They missed their junior year, but she is, believe me, thrilled to have them back as well. And those 2 players are Corinne Fisher and Isabel Borges. She's thrilled to have them here. And they're back on varsity in their senior year. Hilltoppers have closed the gap a bit here. It was 7-2. Now it's 8-7. Another solid serve from the Hilltoppers. Sent back over. Both sides kind of punching at it with one hand. Big hit, and it stays in. Abigail Gajewski getting possession back, not allowing the Hilltoppers to pull even at 8-8. It's 9-7 in the first. Abigail Knight back to serve for SB. Line drive serve, and that's an ace. No spin on it, just fluttered right through the Hilltoppers defenders. Quick tip over, and it goes out of play. This time, Gajewski not able to find the borderline call. Goes just out of bounds, 10-8. Big hit into the net. It goes, though. Unable to get it over is Abigail Vieira after Lauren Kuchar started that rally with a very strong serve. She's back there again. Another chance for Durfee to pull even in set 1. That was Dahlia Karam in the libero, and it'll fall in. Hilltoppers do crawl back. And a timeout called by Coach Travis. It is early in the season. Obviously, Durfee's only had 1 match. It was a loss in 4 games to Apponequet. For Somerset Berkley, they're 1-1. Lost against Stang and defeated Conley. So both teams very early in this season. Not a lot of games, obviously, under their belt. Nice to see a full complement of games, though, that's for sure. No abbreviated season. Getting back to a little bit more normalcy, hopefully, here in this school year. Kuchar back to serve. Hilltoppers looking for their first lead. They won't get it that time, as the Blue Raiders will take over after the serve goes out of play. 11-10 the score out of the timeout here in the first set. Caroline Puccini, the libero for Somerset, a new addition. Not Puccini, the libero. Coach telling me before the game that Puccini's really had a great start to the year, so they've implemented the libero, kind of let her come and go as she wants to now, giving a little more freedom by adding that position. 12-10. So Puccini in the pink libero for Durfee. It's Karam in the red libero. Hilltoppers will get the point there, and now you'll see Karam back to serve. Into the net it goes, and we're even again, this time 12-12. Third touch has to be sent over. This is going to be a tough play, and the Hilltoppers can't do anything with it. That third hit for Somerset came over from behind the 10-foot line with really a lot of power behind it. It was a tough return for the Hilltoppers. We'll see Gajewski back to serve now for the Raiders. And that's an ace. So pardon me, that was Kaylin Rose, number 11. And she gives her team a 2-point lead once again. Sent back and out of play. A little too strong there from Fitzgerald. Didn't really get on top of it. Play was a little bit slow to develop. And it's kind of sailed on her towards the Somerset bench. Errant serve that time for Rose. Gives Durfee the ball back. Set from Rose, big hit. Annabella Carpets. Vieira on the serve. Nice dig there from Jasmine Kane. Now takes a big swing. Great diving play there from Puccini to keep it going. Saved a point. Kane wants another chance at it, and she makes good. With a strong hit off the front line and nobody on that far side protecting at the net to back up the play. Fitzgerald on the serve. Played by Puccini, third touch coming, sent back. That'll fall in, finding the open court right next to Karam. That was Vieira. Straight up it goes on the serve. Third touch. Kuchar dumps it over. Now the set from Rose. Little tap over from Ferrara. And the in-between, always a tough spot in front of the net. when the ball gets pinned between the defender and the net. Very little usually that you can do with that. And Ferrara, nice soft touch there, finding the right spot and kind of pinning the ball. 4-point advantage. Sending it over to Knight. That might have been going out, but Knight plays it. Off the fingers of the front line. Ferrara, same thing this time. Durfee able to stay with it. Karam sends it over, just shy of the 10-foot line. Ferrara, again soft touch, comes back. Now Somerset sends it back. Kane, big hit. Played in the back by Fiera. Oh, what a swing, what a dig, but it's going out of play. Abigail Knight. That was a great rally right there, folks. Lots of play, and, you know, strange about it was that there was a lot of play in front of the net. Not so much, you know, a lot of setting and just hitting it. It was kind of just like tap back, back and forth it goes. That one sails. Not a lot of, it wasn't necessarily clean. I guess we could put it that way. There was a lot of commotion in the, say, 15 to 20 feet between both sides of the net. Kane grabs it in the air. This is not going to make it over. No real set there for the Hilltoppers. And the Raiders have hit 20 points. Strong serve. Knight, big time swing. Does it get deflected? No. Karam put the arms up, but it does not make contact on the way down, and it sails out of play. But Knight really has a lot of power behind those hits. That's going to go out by about 1.5 feet. 21-16. That one no good. A quick flip over there from Rose, trying to catch the defense off balance and off guard. Doesn't pay off. Cassidy Thames just into the game, sent it over. And the Blue Raiders not able to return it. Back to a 3-point game. Tip over. Fitzgerald. A double touch called before Sadie could send it over. Puccini back to serve. Fitzgerald sends it over on the third. Into the net. Short serve from Karam. And Kaylin Rose will go back, try to serve out this first set. 23-19, Somerset with the lead. 2 points away. That's a nice dig, but it goes out of play. Set point. But not before we have a timeout on the court. Well, folks, you may know if you follow me during the summer, you follow us on Fred TV. During the summer months, we have the Fred TV Sports Report, and kind of a compilation of sports stories and some summer baseball, and we've been covering since I started back in 2012 the Fall River Independent Baseball League, or FRIBBL, and this past week they had their final round, and it wrapped up yesterday with afternoon baseball, which was great because I hadn't covered an afternoon game all summer. They were all night games. So as soon as this first set is done, we go into the 2.5-minute timeout between sets. We're going to take a look at some highlights from the FRIBBL finals as we wrap up the season there at Shoe Park in Fall River. And I saved it for this broadcast because it's the Somerset Braves and the Bristol County Brewers. So a lot of Somerset guys playing in FRIBBL in the finals. Hilltoppers stay alive here. Still a set point for Somerset. And that looks to be Selena Pereira back to serve for the Hilltoppers. That is going out. And Somerset takes the first set, 25-20. As the team switch sides, we're going to take a look at those highlights. So, again, this is a men's league, wooden bat league. If you're, seeing them for the first time, really some good games over at Shoe Park down the south end of Fall River. All right, after the Braves took game one, 9-6, the Brewers returned to Eric Johnson in game two, try and even up this best-of-5 final round at 1 game apiece. Scoreless until the third. We'll jump into it there. Josh Blaze at the dish with the bases loaded and nobody out. Grounds into a fielder's choice, but that will get the Braves on the board as Brad Hartwell scores from third, make it 1-0. Now after Blaze took second on the stolen base, next batter up is Adam Crisafulli. Lines it to right field. That'll play to pair. Saref McDowell from third, Blaze from second. 3-0 Braves after 3. We'll jump to the bottom of the fifth now. Same score, the Brewers trying to get on the board, and they do in a big way. Carney Boff delivers the 2-out RBI double to deep left center. Sam Duford scores all the way from first. That makes it 3-1. The Braves, however, opened the floodgates late in the game after our cameras left. They take game two, 12-4, hold a 2-0 lead in the series, heading into yesterday's game three, hoping to finish off the first place season with a finals sweep on a Sunday afternoon. Kevin Manning on the mound for game three. The Braves get him some run support early. Dave Bushnell to center, just out of reach for Franco DeRay. Full extension, couldn't reel it in. The bases loaded single brings home the first run of the game. Nick Savage, next batter up. He works a bases loaded walk. That brings home Josh Blaze from third. 2-0 Braves, and that's all they would need. After 1 inning, they had the lead, and they held it. Ryan Pimentel on the mound to close out the game in the ninth. Connor Smith at the dish with nobody on, 2 down. Sends it to short. Throw on to first is good. That's the game. That's the series. That's the season. The Somerset Braves, the top team all summer at Shoe Park, takes the 2021 FRIBBL Championship. Talk me through the game. You guys got on the board early, and I'm sure.
Yeah, I know we were facing a really good pitcher. He gave us an opportunity early. We didn't cash in as much as we probably could have or should have, but we had two. Kevin Manning, threw it all out on the field for us today. Gave us, 6 2/3, scoreless ball, and then, we had. With the rain out last week, we had Rye rested today, our number 1 guy, and we were able to come in with him at the end and close it out, and it just all went to plan.
I hope you enjoyed the fribble there. Had a bit of an audio issue coming back here. So we're back now. Apologize for that. So 2-0 Somerset to start out. Oh, excuse me, 2-0 Durfee. Looking at the scoreboard here in the gym wrong. So second set underway, and the Hilltoppers continue to serve. It's their first lead of the contest. Make it 3-0 for the Hilltoppers. So they start off here with an early cushion. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed those highlights from Chew Park. Fall River Independent Baseball League. Really, seriously, some good baseball down there. Always fun to see city baseball. And like I said, we've been covering them on Fred TV and our sister channel, Fall River Government Television, FRG TV, since I started at the station back in 2012. So, you know, we really enjoy covering the league, and a good finals, actually a quick finals. The games were good games. Yesterday's game was a pitcher's duel, really. That 2-0 final score was a great game. But we haven't seen a finals sweep, I want to say, since either 2015 or 2016. It's been a few years. The finals have kind of gone down to the wire the last few years, and the Braves finally getting the best of the Brewers, dethroning the champs of 3 years in a row, 4 years in a row, actually. 3-3 the score. Somerset Berkley has crawled back to pull even here in the second. And now they take the lead. So after a 3-0 run for the Hilltoppers, a 4-0 run here for Somerset. And it's 4-3. That's going to be tough play. Not returned. It was a good dig, but nobody there to help out, and it didn't get high enough. So it's good to be able to make the play on it, but unfortunately no one there to help try to finish it off. And the Blue Raiders continue to serve. Into the net it goes. That time Vieira unable to get it over. And Durfee will take back over, down 1. That one falls in. 5-5 as Kuchar back to serve again. That one short, kind of died. Looked good coming up, you know, coming off the hand, and then it kind of just faded as it got to the net. Doesn't make it over. Fitzgerald on the far side with the big swing. Played in front. Nice reach over from Thames. And Hilltoppers get the point. Should be 6-6. Scoreboard here in the gym is incorrect. That was a great reach over, though, by Thames. That's what height will do for you when you're in front of the net. To be able to reach over like that and not touch the net, that's the key. You can't touch the net. Seven to 6 to score now. Scoreboard corrected here in the gym as well. Knight, that's out of play. Oh my goodness. They corrected it. I was gonna say that was out by maybe 2 ball lengths. The officials correcting the call. I mean, it was close, but not that close where you wouldn't be able to tell. Karam plays it. Kane to Fitzgerald, and that's gonna sail. Big hit there from Fitzgerald. (8-7) Durfee as Somerset back to serve. It's a strong serve there from Callie Ledger. First time serving in the match. Third touch, having to send it over. Oh, I think that was going out, and the Hilltoppers ended up playing it. Inbounds in the corner for Ayanna Nelson. Pereira, the short serve. Gives Somerset their 8th point. It was a busy weekend over at Durfee this past weekend as had open house, the new high school. A lot of people coming to take free tours. What is an amazing facility. I'm sure everybody here watching on the Somerset side knows, what it was like to get this building here, and this high school is absolutely beautiful. And now Durfee's got the same thing, a 21st century learning space. It's really, really quite an amazing place. And so a lot of the public coming out to see it over the weekend, and I don't think I heard one negative thing about the building, which is great. All positive feedback. Fitzgerald will serve as the Hilltoppers have built up a 3-point lead again. Third touch, and dumping it over is Fisher into the net. Hilltoppers can't do anything with it. As we keep changing possessions here, 20 points already between the two sides. 11-9, a back and forth affair here in the second set. Durfee seems a little more comfortable right now than in the first. There was a lot of miscommunication. Well, I just not say that. Little miscommunication there as that one kind of dropped in no man's land. 1-point game. But in all seriousness, the Hilltoppers do seem a little more comfortable. They seem to be communicating a little bit more. There was kind of a string of points that occurred back in the first set, that just back-to-back points where it seemed like they're playable balls or whatnot, and things just didn't fall Durfee's way, but seem to be gelling a little bit more here as we now knotted up, though, at 11 aside. Sent back, and net violation from Nelson. So Somerset back in front now by a point, a 4-0 run here as Puccini continues to serve. They went on a pretty good run with her serving in the first set. Karam sends it over on the third. Puccini with a good stretch, tough play in front of the net. And Rose can do nothing with it. 12-12. Nelson will serve for the Hilltoppers. Good serve. That sails out. Big hit there from Karpich. I'm always a fan of the, I mean, obviously, you want to work both sides. all sides of the court, all 4 quadrants, we kind of call it, you know, front right, front left, rear right. Okay, Nelson that time going to the left side of the court where it was a little more open. You got to watch those things when you're serving. You don't want it to go to the same spot every single time, because otherwise the return team's going to know what to expect. (13-13). Now, in terms of the serves, though, I always kind of am a fan of a serve, not necessarily like that. The serves that are kind of line drives that stay on almost a flat trajectory and then just drop off the table when they go over the net, because those are very difficult to return. So if you're serving and you can pull off those kinds of serves, you're going to have a good day. Because really, they just tend to die right at the net. And a lot of times they find that spot between the front line and the rear line, and the back line, I should say. 15-13. You know, sometimes those higher, more arcing serves give a defense a little more time to kind of set up for it. I feel like that fell very quickly and just along the line, and nobody could dig that out. It dropped too fast. Prime example. Now the other side short, it tips over and it falls in play. Timeout called by Blue Raiders head coach Travis. A 4-point Durfee lead, largest lead for the Hilltoppers in the match. 17-13. Out of the timeout. Hilltoppers with a 4-point advantage, and they'll continue to serve. Third touch sent over by Puccini. Oh, what a nice block, but it goes out of play. That was the right idea from Ferreira. That's exactly what you want to do. But being pinned in the corner there, it ended up going out of bounds to her right. So a 5-point Durfee lead. That one was going out, and it was played by Knight, and it falls in 19-13. Alexis Ridge, number 7, subbing in for Annabella Carpich. Tough play, Ferrara having a range to her right, get back in position after the set. Great dig there from Vieira. Third touch, and Ferrara will send it over. Hilltoppers get the free ball. Trying to grab a point, comes back to Vieira. Whistle sounds, and I think we're gonna have a double touch. We do. Well, how about this run for Durfee? A 7-0 run. We were tied 13-13. And the Hilltoppers behind some good serves here from, I believe that's Kane, number 2. It is. Couple miscues for Somerset, but I mean, that comes with any run that a team goes on. You get lucky on a few of them, obviously. Somerset had some lucky breaks earlier in the match. That's gonna fall as well. Wow, things really getting out of hand here. The Hilltoppers have blown game 2 open, an 8-point advantage. Another good serve from Kane. That's going to be a tough play. Not returned. Wow. Puccini plays it, the set from Rose. Big hit from Ridge. Puccini plays it, here's the third touch. Somerset's gonna dump it back over. Hilltopper's gonna get set. Thames takes a swing at it. Falling fast, nice dig there from Vieira to keep it alive. Durfee gets it back. Thames into the net, and she knows misfired a little bit. And to her defense, it was not a very high. This was not the time, and you see Coach Kelly Bullier telling her, this is not the time for the overhand swing. This was the time for the two-handed loft, using the forearms and the wrists. So that breaks a string of 9 points in a row. Now Somerset has to crawl back with little opportunity here. The Hilltoppers just 3 points away from evening the match. 22-14 the score. Big swing. Oh, perfect placement. Great effort from Jasmine Kane, who goes diving to her right, but could do nothing with that. Way too strong. Vieira back to serve again. That is not returnable for the ace. Another good serve. Blocked, out of play. Durfee gets it back. You know, we talk about the service game. Another thing that is, you know, really can be very difficult. If you can serve the ball with power like that, when you can serve with power, a little bit of a questioning of the call there from Coach Travis, not liking it. I think maybe the argument from what I might have heard, and I actually thought this, so I'm assuming based on what I saw, thought one of the Hilltoppers may have been out of bounds before it was sent out of bounds by Somerset. Needless to say, the call stands and it's set point for Durfee. You know, talking about serves, you know, when you can serve and not put really any spin on the ball, that can really give a return team a fit because it's very difficult. The ball just kind of dances. Think of a knuckleball. I've used this analogy before. Think of a knuckleball in baseball, and it kind of does the same thing. The ball just dances. 24-17, Somerset does get control back, but they're facing set point here, multiple set points. That's played by Karam. Fitzgerald, it goes out. Well, at the end of the summer here, the Fall River Public Library had their annual teddy bear picnic. Always a lot of fun. You get a lot of the youngsters out there with their parents and whatnot. So we have a little feature on that. We'll show you that in between the break here after this set concludes. Good rally going here. Kane with the set for Thames. Thames. That's out of play. The Hilltoppers even the score. They take the second. 25-18. And this match will go at least 4 sets. All right, we'll show you this feature we did from the Fall River Public Library, and we'll be back with the third set right after this.
library has just celebrated its annual Teddy Bear Picnic. We've been doing it for well over 30 years, and over the years it's grown to be one of the library's most popular summertime event. There's just something about a teddy bear that gets people all excited.
That's it! I'm done! I do declare this beer has led me to despair! Ah, it's not fair! It's not fair! I'm going now! Oh.
We get loads of children and enthusiastic young adults who bring their teddy bears as well that they had when they were children. And as you saw, the library was just covered with children and families. We had over 100 people. We have teddy bear stories. We have our annual teddy bear beauty contest. Bartholomew Bear, the library's mascot, leads everyone in a teddy bear parade about the building, and everyone just has a great time. And our sponsors for the past several years have been Rockland Trust. We're very grateful to them for their support, as well as the Danner family, who have been most helpful to us. They were out there as teddy bear doctors, as you saw, and everyone just has a fantastic time.
Welcome back, everybody, to the Veterans Memorial Gymnasium here at Somerset Berkley. Evan Massoud with you. As you can see, we've ended the second set. And it is a even match right now as Somerset and Durfee tied 1 set apiece. So we will see 4 sets at minimum here this evening. The officials just checking out the lineups, make sure everybody's where they should be. You also see that the teams have switched sides once again. So Durfee back where they started on the right side, Somerset back on the left side, and it appears it'll be the Blue Raiders starting with possession. And that's Kaylin Rose ready to serve. Set 3 underway. Thames at the net, reaching over. Nice job. That was a tough play, literally right up against the net. And the Hilltoppers start off with points. Durfee really closed out that second set impressively. Yes, they won it 25-18. They went on a 9-0 run after being tied at 13 apiece to make it 22-13. That one falls in no man's land. 1-1. We'll see if the Hilltoppers can build on that or if Somerset can kind of get back to some of their dominance that we saw more of in the first set than we did in the second set. So I thought Somerset was stronger in the opening set. Another nice kill there from Thames. The Hilltoppers making use of her height there in front, one of the taller players on this Durfee team. She's got long arms as well. That's one of the keys. She's got really good wingspan to be able to reach. Rather short serve played by Ridge. Third touch here. Knight dumps it over. Karam plays it on the back line. The set here for Fitzgerald. It's tapped and blocked back, and it stays inbounds. Ferrara getting it done in front with a little help from Knight, but it was mainly Ferrara on this near side right next to the official on the ladder. And now we'll see Alexis Ridge back to serve. 2-2. Third touch. Out of play. Raiders point. And their first lead of this third. Line drive serve. Gonna be tough to play off the net. Hilltoppers stay with it. That's impressive. That, as I said, one of the hardest things to do because the net is not solid. There's give in it. So the ball does really strange things, especially once it hits the seam at the bottom. Needless to say, though, the second time hitting the net, it bites the Hilltoppers. 4-2 Somerset. Out of play. That was a good set, but Fitzgerald just a little bit late going up for it. Thames gets the point as she hits it off of Gajewski in front. Karam will serve now for Durfee. 6-3 Somerset. Wow. Great effort there from the Blue Raiders, but unfortunately, they're going to lose the point. And that'll go out of play. Another great effort. Two really tough plays there. Falling fast, nobody there. Hilltoppers trying to pull even, they could not. 7-5 as Callie Ledger takes the ball to serve. Wow, strong serve. Out of play. Sent right back, Hilltoppers return it. It flies all the way to Somerset's side, and then it is sent right down to the court. Karam plays it in the air for a while. A lot of time to set it up. That's going to go out of play. That's a tough one right there. Coach Bullier calling timeout. You know, I look at that serve and say that's the best return that you got on all three of the serves from Ledger. Why? Well, because it went straight up and it went almost as high as the rafters. So that gives you some time now to kind of settle under it and do something with it. And unfortunately, Hilltoppers got a little discombobulated there, and they really didn't use that extra time to kind of set up. Kind of got a little bit out of sync, and then the set really wasn't a set for Fitzgerald. So 10-5, Somerset. out of the timeout. Blue Raiders will serve as Ledger back to serve again. Another great serve. And Durfee kind of getting pinned again against the sidelines. Not able to spread the court. Third touch. Fitzgerald into the net it goes. That's gonna skip over. Wow, I didn't think it was gonna go. There's so much power behind it. The net couldn't hold it. That's crazy. Goes all the way back to Somerset again. They'll get the free ball, and that is in. Boy, Ledger has the momentum for Somerset. The service game is outstanding right now. And the Hilltoppers not able to figure her out. So much power, so much downward action on the ball. Another big hit in front. That was Gajewski. That skips over. Nice dig at the line. Gajewski sends it over. It falls in. This is an impressive run from Somerset. Nine-point lead. Make it 10. (15-5). That goes out, and the first miscue from Ledger. What a run. That was just serve after serve after serve. That's as good of a run as you'll see down here on the South Coast in terms of a service game. With consistency as well. I mean, you know, not just getting lucky. The serves were consistent, the same thing over and over. I mean, really, if I had to compare to somebody, makes me think of Emma Resendiz, who graduated for Durfee last year. She could really put a string of serves together as well. But that was very impressive. Ledger, a junior this year for Somerset. Tough play, third touch coming. Will it get over? No. (15-8). Kind of strange, actually, not having a Resendiz on the Durfee team. I mean, between Sydney, who was first, and then Emma. I mean, 8 years, basically, of Resendiz on, on Durfee girls volleyball. It's kind of strange. 15-9. And now a timeout called by Coach Travis, as the 10-point lead is now 6. One thing that they have done, which I really like, and you wouldn't think that 15 seconds makes a difference, but the timeouts are 60-second timeouts now. They had been, for the longest time, there were 75 seconds, a minute 15. I don't know why, when so many other teams, basically every other team, gets either 30 or 60 seconds. I'm not sure what the reasoning was behind it, but 60-second timeout here. Hilltoppers keep possession here and will continue to serve. Near corner played by Ledger, who sends it back. That's going to be tough. Oh, that's going back, gone. Way back to the curtain. And Somerset gets the ball back. Abigail Knight will serve now. Into the net. Yeah, back, gone call. Channeling my inner Chris Berman here from ESPN. I'll tell you, I would love to see an aluminum bat home run derby here in the city. Pick a park, that, pick one that's fenced, that's not, super huge, of course. You don't want anybody hurting themselves, but man, that would be a lot of fun to see a home run derby here in Fall River. Great swing there for Somerset's 17th point. Puccini serving for Somerset. Punched over, last chance effort. Great dig on the backside of it, and that is in. Durfee with the point. Vieira unable to get it over. And it's 17-12. Nelson will serve once again. Coming right back to her, straight up it goes, just missing the basketball net. And on the third touch, Kuchar can't get it over. Kaylin Rose, number 11, will serve for Somerset. Not returned, it goes right to the court. Nice kill there from Thames, reaching over. (19-13). Drops in play. Third touch, Ferrara sends it over, sends it out of play. And it's a 4-point game here in the third. That one out of play. Gives Somerset their 20th point. Lead back to 5. And it's Vieira back to serve. Good serve, that's going back. Gonna be a tough play, Fitzgerald. Now third touch, sending it over there was Kane. Oh, that's gonna be trouble. Somerset mishandling it on the free ball. And the Hilltoppers will take over and get to serve. Kuchar with her team down 4, trying to crawl back here. Third touch, that's gonna go out. Fitzgerald takes the swing. In! Right on the line. 20-18. In this pivotal game 3, with the score tied 1-1. That's going to go into the net. Somerset will get control back. It was well off to the right side as well. Had it gone over, probably would have been out of bounds anyway. Alexis Ridge will serve for Somerset, 21-18. Trying to go up 2-1. One step closer with that point. That's going to be a tough play. Karam there to make it. Third touch is going to go out of play, but it hits. Oh, it hits Ridge on the back. Out of bounds. She was running away from it, but she didn't duck. So Durfee gets the point. You don't see that happen very often. Once in a while, one of those sports oddities, I guess you could say. Karam will serve, and the Hilltoppers getting a freebie there. Back to a 3-point game. Big hit. That's trouble. Karam gets here. Can they get it over on the third? They clear the screen, but it's out of play. I thought it was going to hit the screen above the net. That's folded, the divider there. But instead, it cleared it and went out. So Somerset with the ball back. Guess who's in? Guess who's serving? Callie Ledger. Had such a great run earlier. Sending it from the back line is Corinne Fisher. Third touch for Durfee. That's going to be tough play. Ledger there, third touch. Somerset dumps it back, and it's in the corner. It's good. 24-19. Timeout called by the Hilltoppers. Couldn't place that any better. Right in the corner pocket. Somerset only using 30 seconds of the timeout. Set point for the Blue Raiders. 24-19 the score here in the third. Crowd is into it here at the gym. Good crowd tonight, as is usually the case when these two schools square off. Digging it out is Karam. Third touch. Fitzgerald will send it over. Free ball for Somerset. The set to Gajewski. Into the net it goes, and the Hilltoppers survive a point. Back still against the wall, though. No room for error. Good serve. Fisher plays it. Third touch now, dumped over by Knight. That's going to go out of play. Somerset takes the third. 25-20. And they hold the tight lead here heading into the fourth. 2-1. Hilltoppers now in a must-win situation, hoping to force a fifth set. We'll keep it here for the in-between set timeout. 2:30 on the clock before we begin the fourth. Stay with us here. Welcome back, everybody. Thanks for staying with us. We've passed the 7 o'clock hour here. This one was a 6 o'clock start. Started a little before 6 because JV action was rather quick tonight. Evan Massoud with you for the call. And might I just say, it's rather depressing seeing that at 7 o'clock it's already dark out. That is the one thing about this time of year that I really do not like. Oh, man. You know, when it starts in August where, you know, sun sets before 8 o'clock and say, oh, yeah, it's winding down. But now here we are mid-September and it's 7:08 and I'm looking out the windows here in the gym and there is no sunshine to be found. It's gone. Not very nice, let me say that. Somerset has started with the lead as both sides switched once again. Somerset's now on the right. Big time swing, the big time block, and Durfee gets it back. Hilltoppers get the point. Wow. Knight with the hit, Thames with the block. Durfee with the point. Third touch and dumping it over, it's Gajewski. Kane with the set, Thames with the finish. that one. No good for Durfee. Somerset back ahead by 1. Ledger back to serve, and a rare miscue in what, again, has been such an impressive match for her on the service game. Short-lived that time, just the one serve, and it goes into the net. That one long, way out of play from Pereira. 4-3 as we keep changing possessions here. That one in, grabbing the corner for the ace. That was another kind of low line drive. I didn't think it was going to clear the net, to be honest with you. That one sailing too long, though. The last 4 points have been strictly on the serve. Finally one that's returnable. Oh, maybe not. Oh, coming from the back out of nowhere. Abigail Knight saving a point. I thought they were dead in the water with that one. Wow. Somerset gets the point. I thought that play was dead. Knight came in, saved the day. Puccini to serve now. On a misfire there from Kuchar. Makes it 7-4. The set from Rose, big hit. And Durfee will get the point. It goes out. Karam put the arms up and then pulled it back just in time. Nelson will serve. Big hit. And out of play it goes. Credit Durfee staying with it, but that was a very difficult play on a hot shot at the net. Another 3-point advantage for Somerset. Nice dig there. Thames into the net. Really good rally right there from both sides. Some tough plays. (9-5). And a timeout called by the Hilltoppers at 10-5. Well, we got ourselves a very busy week this week on Fred TV. We don't usually do road games, but we do team up here with Somerset when we can because they're so close by. And there's a lot of viewing audience between both communities here because of how close by surrounding towns here. So this one, a road game to start the week, but we're covering all 5 Durfee team sports this week. Tomorrow, girls soccer That's Tuesday. Wednesday, field hockey. Thursday, boys soccer. Friday, Durfee's first home football game. They'll host Taunton. So a very busy week here, but a lot of good stuff. Girls soccer is against New Bedford. Field hockey and boys soccer against BR, so conference matchups. And then again, Taunton coming into Durfee for football on Friday evening, 7 o'clock start for that one. And as long as we don't have any connectivity issues, we will have live stream those, or those will be live streamed, I should say. I'm not sure what the issue is tonight. We tried our best here at Somerset to get it up and running, but it was slower than dial-up. So something was throttling. The bars were good, service was good, but something not liking, unfortunately. And that is unfortunate because we had no issues here doing it last year, back in March. But, you know, you roll with the punches. At least we got the game for you. 12-5 as Somerset continues their run. Oh, played off the net. Durfee stays with it. Another one that I thought was lost. This time it goes into the net, and Durfee sneaks away with a point. Jasmine Kane will go back to serve now for the Hilltoppers. That one drops in front. Abigail Vieira. That one into the net as well. So trading service errors. Hilltoppers had a couple that went into the net earlier, and now Somerset. That hits the screen. That is out of play. And it's worth mentioning that, you know, sometimes this is why, you know, you call things home court advantage sometimes. You know, in this case, the screen is out of play. Here at Somerset, it's out of play. But at Durfee, everything. The gym is infinite. So if the ball hits the roof, hits the ceiling, it's still in play. You have to play the ball. That's one of the unique things about the field house at Durfee. But here, obviously, different story. Play is dead. Big swing. Oh, it's going out. Kuchar stuck the arm up. Think it was going to sail anyway, but contact was made and it went out of play off of Kuchar. Somerset with the point. And it will be Vieira on the serve again. Pardon me, Ridge rather on the serve again. Out of play. Been a really good match tonight. We've seen some runs for both sides, some good defensive plays. Even when a couple of the games seemed like they were gonna, you know, maybe get a little out of hand, they didn't. Both teams, when they were down, kind of crawled back, made it a little bit more competitive than it was. So nothing that I would say was just like out of control blowout. I mean, we've seen some blowouts here on Fred TV in the past, but anytime you get both teams over 15 points, I mean, it's a pretty good match. You know, 15 points in a game. We've seen some where it was like 25-10. I mean, that's a blowout. 15-9 the score right now. And as Ledger is back out, she will serve. That is not coming back. Now here's where it may be a bit challenging for the Hilltoppers. Again, Ledger's had such a tremendous night here with the service game. And if she can rattle off a few here, might be able to put this one away relatively quickly. Back-to-back points off the return. The Hilltoppers not able to even get a set, and quickly, it's an 8-point lead, 17-9. Karam plays it. Lofted for Fitzgerald, who dumps it over. Gajewski. Oh, it rides the net! Dropping fast, 10-point lead for the Blue Raiders here in the fourth. Timeout, Hilltoppers. Out of the timeout, Ledger back to serve again. 19-9. Somerset has really blown this one open here in the fourth. Karam gets it back, and she'll send it over. Oh, and it's swatted by Gajewski, and Durfee will get the point. And for the Hilltoppers, that's good news for two reasons: that they stop the bleeding, but they also get Ledger out from the back line there from the service game. Pereira will serve. Gajewski with the hit in front. Lofted now, Nelson. Ooh! Vieira taking the deflection there off the face. No worse for wear, though. Seems to be okay. Hilltoppers with the point. Not that it feels good in any respect, but I would say if there was a sport in which you had to take a ball off the face, volleyball is probably the softest out of all of them. It's a lightweight ball, and there's some cushioning to it. Not like soccer or basketball. Forget it. 20-11 after the errant serve from Pereira. Abigail Knight after a quick substitution here for the Blue Raiders. Great serve. Karam can't send it over on the third. Coach Bullier kind of reiterating that, you know, if it's at eye level, you can't take a swing at it. It's never going to go over. Got to loft it. Got to hit it differently. Oh, Nelson steps in to set it. She had Pereira behind her, who is the setter, and kind of messed things up a bit for Durfee. Got everybody out of sync. 22-11. That's not going back. skips over the net. Match point. (24-11) the score, as Somerset has set up a match point here. Hilltoppers with no room for error. It's in! That's the match! 25-11 here in the fourth. And for Somerset Berkley, that does it for the match. They take it 3-1 over the Hilltoppers here. They're above 500, a 2-1 record. Durfee drops to 0-2 on the young season. But I'll tell you though, having followed Durfee last year, of course, and each year we follow Durfee, knowing what the Hilltoppers lost last year due to graduation, this was not a bad match. I look at this and say if these two teams squared off, say 10 games from now, 10 matches from now, I think it'd be even more competitive. And aside from this fourth set, quite frankly, it was a pretty competitive match. This fourth set really went all Somerset's way, but still a very competitive match nonetheless. Hilltoppers do fall though on the road here, 3-1 to Somerset, who grabs their second victory of the season. All right, folks, thanks for tuning in to our girls volleyball coverage tonight as Fred TV and Blue Raiders Studios brings you high school girls volleyball. For Tara Peckham on camera, I'm Evan Massoud saying good night and so long from Somerset Berkley.